Alright, welcome back to my spring season. The newest season of Jawaballs Live. I'm pausing for a moment because I'm waiting to see if it catches up. It looks like it's a little delayed on the broadcast. Hey, Mist. I'm broadcasting this live right now, and I'll be posting this up on my YouTube channel later on. And on Mini Wargaming. So, yeah, let's turn that off. Turn this off. Okay, so it looks like we are live. Mist is my little moderator in chat, and he can see me now. So just so you guys know how this works. Hey, Dragon, how you doing? Just so you know how this works, if you're watching this on YouTube, I broadcast live every Tuesday night, starting now at 8 o'clock. And then I upload the video to YouTube. And the problem that you guys watching this on YouTube have is that you don't have access to the live chat, live from the Sandcrawler. You're not seeing the live chat that the people are maintaining while they're watching the show. So you don't get the full effect. So if you want to see the full live show, you need to come and watch it and get involved with the chat. And I answer as many questions as I can as I'm talking. It's pretty cool. So let me. What I have to do here is I have to figure out how to get the chat separated from the program and enlarge it, so that I can. There's only 2 people in there right now. I want to get the chat away from. I want to enlarge the chat. That's what I want to do. I'm a little early still in the broadcast. That's why I'm not quite starting yet with the broadcast. Oh, there's 8 o'clock. Anyway, I can't really enlarge it. So, and plus, you guys I think are delayed a good 30 seconds for some reason. Maybe my internet is slow today, but no big deal. So here we are. This is my my Lamenters army. It's a little mess right now. Some of the guys fell down. Tonight I had planned for you, I want to talk about my Lamenters army and show off some of the goodness here. And I want to talk about my newest hobby, Transformer Masterwork Transformers. Hold on, I got some instructions here to pop out. Ooh, there it is, found it. Okay. Let's see how big I can make this chat bubble here. Welcome to the chat channel. I don't see anybody. Somebody chat. Say something. The point is that I had to move my my laptop from its usual spot on my desk here because of my army display. So it's farther away from where I sit, and I can't really read the chat. There you are. Check. You're good. Now I gotta make that bigger. How do I zoom in, guys? Come on, give me the commands to zoom in here. Hey. How do I zoom in? Oh, I found it. I'm just using my, oh, there we go. Minimum, there we go. Now I'm zoomed in. Excellent. Alright. Now I can see the chat from afar. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Lamenters. This was my army. My very first broadcast on Mini Wargaming was about my Lamenters, and I was actually painting this model right here. This guy. And I'll zoom in for you guys in a bit too, so don't worry. So I think it's a nice little wraparound to kind of start this part of my season here with a talk about these guys. Now, my Lamenters, you know, I've been working on it for about 1.5 years, and however, most of that time I wasn't really working on them. I was doing other projects. I didn't really get into gear on this project until about 6 months ago, when I kind of felt the urge to get back into it. You know, I don't know. You know, I kind of lost the love for painting and for 40K after 6th edition came out and all the rules changes and the fact that my beloved Blood Angels became really unplayable in the competitive format. But after that, I kind of reinvented who I am and how I feel about 40K. And after I kind of reassessed my philosophy about the game, everything became okay. It was like I turned a switch on in my head and decided that I don't care about winning games anymore. It was liberating. So, but that on top of really getting invested in the Lamenters and really looking at the history of them online and reading about them, really got me kind of excited to paint again, which I hadn't felt in a long time. So that brings me to this army now. After really putting some effort in, especially the last 6 months, I managed to finish this army for the most part. And what I've got here is my 1850 point Lamenters. Yes, I've already done a video about these guys on YouTube, but this is for you guys who didn't catch that. And I'm going to zoom in a bit more and elaborate a little bit more about what I have going on. That video was more of just an intro video. But so what I've got is, this is my 1850 point list, and the point here with where I'm going with Lamenters and how my reevaluation of my own philosophy is that when I went to a grand tournament with these guys a couple of weeks ago, I went 1-4. I scored 0 points in 4 of my games, and one of the viewers in the chat channel just posted up a nice little quote. Winning is merely one little glint on the many facets of this game, and he's exactly right. I only won 1 of my games, and I easily could have gone 0-5 and scored 0 points on the weekend. But that didn't matter to me because I had a lot of fun playing in those games that I did lose. A couple of them were actually pretty closer than 0 points would dictate. But in the end, it was just fun to play. And once I got away from caring about the losing my games, and yes, I did play a couple of nasty armies. I played a Tau list that just brutalized me, and but it was okay. I didn't really play that game. I kind of just charged into his guns, knowing I was just going to get slaughtered, which is how I'll play all Tau opponents from now on. I get it. They're there to win. I'm there to play, and but I don't need to try and play cat and mouse with these guys. I do have some ego left. So but anyway, so throughout the weekend I only won 1 game, but I was rewarded for my efforts overall because I won Best Painted Army, and I won Player's Choice, which every person in the tournament voted for their favorite army, and I won that award. And I also tied for winning Best Sportsman. But since I was only allowed 1 of the awards, I had to select one to take, and this was the one, Best Painted. I passed on to Player's Choice, and I went to the next guy, and of course, tiebreaker for Best Sportsman went to a friend of mine, Ed Miller. So there it is. I think that single tournament was more rewarding than every other tournament I've ever won. Yeah, I'm going to close. They're kind of moving me along here as I'm elaborating and pontificating. Yes, I'm going to zoom in for you guys as close as possible. I'm not going to move the camera around, so what I'll do is move everything to that center spot. And then this is as close as I could probably get. It still have to be a nice focus. So anyway, on with the show. My philosophy changed, and I was rewarded handsomely for that with Best Painted, Best Sportsman tie, and the Player's Choice Award. And again, I've won grand tournaments, and this was the most rewarding thing for me so far. So let's talk about what I have here. First of all, I've got some dying batteries. This thing, I've always wanted to make just stand up. I have to rebase this guy. I've always wanted to make a display board that had lights, motion, and sound. So here's the sound part. I can't play it for you because I'm not allowed to play copyrighted music on my videos, and this is going on YouTube, so I can't play the music. But I put the soundtrack to the video game Elder Scrolls. Not Morrowind, the newest version, Skyrim. The soundtrack of Skyrim on this, and that kind of played in the background. This thing was buried in this mountain over here. This was in there. You can hear the soundtrack to Skyrim. So you guys can go look that up and play it to yourself while I show you my stuff. So I had the soundtrack to Skyrim playing, and then I had some LEDs set up. You've all seen the LEDs, but let me just show you what I had. This was my newest creation, and you probably haven't seen this thing. But here it is with the LEDs. The headlights and the flame turret lights up as well. Yeah, I'll talk about everything. So I don't want to keep the LEDs on because the batteries are dying. So here's my Razorback. That was like the last addition to this army. It was almost last minute. Focus. So and my Dreadnought, I'm not going to turn him on because his battery is almost completely dead. And what's sad about it is that he let me open up some space here in the middle. The battery is embedded within his base, and I can't get it back out. It's in there forever. So when that battery dies, I have to plug in. I have to find a new way of making him light up. So I can't really show it off, which makes me sad. I have to save it to show paint judges. So but let me show you the fight while that's on my mind. Over here, I got this little action going on. Fight. The battery's dying fast. But so what I have is this is a hockey rink from one of those Christmas village displays. And I cut off all the extra bits and I embedded it in my terrain and made it into a crater. And magnetized the model so they kind of skate around here and they fight each other. Pretty cool, huh? I need to improve it drastically, but for now I was very happy with how it came out. Conserve those batteries again so they're going off. Yeah, I could get an AC adapter, but I think I covered up the hole when it's embedded in there. But also, I'd have to find a place to plug in every time I turn it on. I can change the batteries though for this one, but I still don't feel like doing that. Yeah, it looks like they're dancing. I know. I had enough jokes from TempleCon. So here's my Dreadnought. Let's get back to this guy. Focus. You got focus? Excellent. You can really get a good view of what's going on here with this guy. The final outcome of the Dreadnought. I'll turn him on for 1 second. Ugh, that's all you're getting. It's all the juice you get. Ugh. I don't know how many more times I can do that. Everything's hand painted. There's no decals or anything. I hand painted the symbols and all the lettering and stuff. Now he was also plugged into my display board. I don't want to zoom out because I have perfect zoom right now. So I had these kind of repair arms coming out of the ground in his little repair bay, and they were fixing him. So there's my Dreadnought, and here's my transport, my Rhino. Neither of my transports lasted beyond turn 1, I don't think, in any of the games. Well, 1, no, I managed to hide one. And 6th edition is death to Rhinos. They just don't survive. They just go down like chumps. Here's my captain. and the Space Hulk Terminators. Whoa, hold on, let me see what I can do as far as maybe zooming in a little closer for you. The LEDs were actually really quick. I got them from a company called Powered Play Gaming. Maybe Mystery can find a link for that guy because he deserves a good plug. I got them from a guy called Powered Play Gaming, and what he does is in a little kit, he provides everything pre-wired. You don't have to do any soldering or anything. It's just plug and play. You plug them in where you want them and plug the batteries and everything. Just snaps right into place, and you're done. As far as the wiring goes, a matter of minutes, honestly. The question was, does anybody ever use Space Hulk Terminators for actually playing Space Hulk? I've never actually played the game. I've never played Space Hulk before. This is my last set. I had a couple of sets, but I painted them as commissions. And these are my last guys. And they were just sitting around. But they're just such beautiful models that I had to play them. This is part of my new philosophy, by the way. Playing models for the sake of loving the models. And, oh, there's the link. Go ahead and contact Chris over at poweredplay.net. He's extremely helpful. He'll help you get set up and help you figure out how to do it. Tell him I sent you. You'll appreciate that. So back to Space Hulk. You know, so nobody plays Power Fist shooty Terminators anymore because they're a lot of points and they die. So. But I played them because the models themselves are just so fantastic. I wanted to paint them for my army. So part of my new philosophy is just painting stuff for the love of the hobby, not worrying so much about what models are really effective. So you get a pretty good look at them all here. That's a pretty good focus. And this LED on this guy, this, however, I've shown him before. This was just a tea light, a Halloween pumpkin tea light. Basically, I just ripped apart the tea light and just put the whole thing into this hex base I had here, and then just glued it all together. So there it is. That was easy. So get these guys out of the way. What's next? Probably the most useless unit in all of 40K: Space Marine Combat Scouts. They can outflank, but they can't assault when they come on the table. So they come on the table and they shoot their pistols, then they get destroyed the following turn. I do have a video for the LEDs up on my YouTube channel. I posted some videos of putting these things together and stuff. So check it out. Someone was asking about making a video for the LEDs. That is on my YouTube channel. So you know, so all they do now is they come on, you know, they have cloaks, but they don't, that only keeps them alive for so long because everything's a nice cover nowadays. So they come onto the table and they die. Or they hide, they try to hide somewhere and just die anyway. Absolutely useless. At least before, I used to outflank and come on the table with a combi melt and a power fist and probably kill a tank. But now they can't even assault. Here are my Death Company. My army only has 4 Death Company. The unit size is 3+. But they have jump packs. So this is actually one of the most expensive units in my army, surprisingly enough. It's got a power fist in there too. That's just 60 points worth of jump packs. Plus, you know, they're really expensive. But they're awesome. You know, as my army develops, I'm going to get more of these guys into my army because they're just great. People are terrified of them. First of all, even my 4 little guys, people just feared them, and they get a bonus attack on the charge, so they get 5 attacks when they charge. So they're really nasty, and I'm hoping that they maintain those bonuses, and when they do get a new codex and jump packs become cheaper and they become more affordable, I'm hoping that they'll become effective. That's down the road. Here I've got my Vanguard veterans. They got the special jump packs. I'm not trying to stand this guy up because he just keeps falling down. That's the guy with the banner. I went to my old Reliable and used my Sanguinary Guard models for my veterans here because they're just beautiful and I love painting them. Again, models just for the sake of painting them. Vanguard vets really aren't all that effective. They're like assault marines with an extra attack, so they're not that great. And these guys, I deep strike them. It tried to assault every time. I only managed to actually assault upon deep striking once because my Lamenters hold true to their name and get blasted off the table, and they have horrible luck. My luck with my Lamenters is so bad. The first game I played with them, the first salvo of shots, I played against the Eldar player. He fired at my assault squad that had the priest and librarian attached, and I took a couple of losses, so I had to roll a leadership test, and of course I failed leadership, and they ran off the table. So in the very first game, after the very first salvo of shots, they already their luck was locked in. So here's my assault squad. Not entirely finished yet. I still have to highlight some of the models. I just ran out of time. And I need to take a good break from painting. I put so much extra time into painting right before TempleCon that my hands are in pretty rough shape. All the shoulder pads are hand painted and hand checked with the symbols and all that. Took an incredible amount of time. Here's my Sanguinary Priest. He's kind of jumping up over a hill here. And as you can see, his Sanguinary Grail is kind of popping up and out of his pack back there. I need to finish painting that thing, but you know, sticking with the bad luck theme of the Lamenters. Plus, in general, he's a Sanguinary Priest. He's got a bike and a power fist, so he's like a 180-point model with 1 wound and no vulnerable save. So he just dies. So, well, yeah, you know, I get a kick out of doing little things like this with the cup falling out of his pack. Time we got 8:20. All right. So the rest are just the assault marines. I don't need to show them all off here. You've seen one, you've seen them all. They're actually the most difficult to paint because their details are the finest out of all the Space Marine models. And their scale's a little tiny bit smaller than like the Blood Angel Assault Marine. So, oh, these are Tactical Marines. I'm sorry. So they're a bit different. I used this guy had a combi melta. Why? Just because. Thanks. Everyone's like 20, 30 seconds behind me on the chat, so people are chiming in about the models after I've already put them away and moved on. Yeah, one of the centerpieces of my army is that bike. And here's the Storm Raven. This is the subject of many of my first shows. Yes, I guess someone just asked, I think his name's Chris, just asked, do I play them as Blood Angels? These are Blood Angels. The Lamenters are a Blood Angels subchapter, and I actually used the Blood Angels Codex for this army. I thought about doing them as Codex Space Marines. I could have probably got another 10 models on the table or so, but it really doesn't matter nowadays with the competitive gaming scene. Space Marines, Blood Angels, you're pretty much getting blasted unless you use allies or something. Even then, you're probably going to get destroyed. Well, here's the Storm Raven. I'm particularly happy with how the engines came out. And the checkers, of course. I want to do a lot of hand painting here on the sides. I need to find something to add there. For some of these larger panels of space here, I want to fill with whatever. I think I want to do like a classic World War II kind of naked girl, like half naked Dane on the front here, and maybe just like its name here or something. I don't know. I don't think it got any kills at all in the games, in all 5 of the games. Pretty much it died on turn, after it came on every single game. I don't think it survived for more than once. No finish based on a flyer because I ran out of time. It's just as simple as that. Here's the base. Yeah, I know it's not finished. I had to play this army in a tournament, and it came down to the minutes. I was putting in probably 8 to 10 hours a day. Yeah. Mark, I'll answer that question in a few minutes. All right. He asked about my old kit bash Eldar. So yeah, it'll be finished. Moving on from this, I don't have a lot of time. I'm playing in a best painted grand tournament at Battle for Salvation. Let me kind of zoom out a bit and talk to the camera so you can see me. And that's coming up in October. That's my next grand tournament. And this is going to be a tournament where the only people playing in the tournament are people that have won best painted at a major tournament. So I was already kind of in because I had won best painted there previously. So they were just kind of giving me the invite. But the best painted win at TempleCon solidified that decision. So I'm definitely in for the Battle for Salvation best painted GT. It should be fantastic. It should, the likes of Dave Taylor should be there, and it should be a really fun tournament to play because usually the guys that paint armies for the love of painting at that best painted quality are playing stuff like I do, like combat scouts. They're really just terrible models. But it's the battle of the painters. All the missions are going to be kind of wonky and just fun missions that don't really matter. And it's just going to be fun games, and I really can't wait to play that tournament. That's happening in October. So I'll be talking more about that a lot in the future. To answer the question about the Kit Bashed Eldar project, that project is probably not going to finish. Sadly, I start and fail to finish more armies than I have finished. I loved the Guardians I was playing, but in general, I'm not very happy with the Eldar Codex. It comes and goes how I feel about it. I might, I want to do an army of them, but I want to do like all of the what are they called? All the other little units, the Fire Dragons and the Dire Avengers and all those. So I want to put one of every of those units in there. Yeah, Mark just mentioned how I was so excited about it. About the Eldar. They're not gone. They're still around here. They still exist as a project, but I just have to. It's locked. Stay out.
I want a hug.
I'll give you a hug in a few minutes, baby. My son wants a hug. Okay, hold on. Pause. Okay, come on. Okay. It's a hug before bedtime. So look, say hi. Wave to the camera. This is a bedtime hug. I love you.
I love you too.
You want to tell the world what you did to my TV? What'd you do to it?
It scratched it.
You scratched it. You scratched my LCD. Right. Was that naughty or nice?
It was a little naughty.
It was a little naughty. It was more than a little naughty, Jack. He's grooming me. Ow. Okay, that's enough. I have work to do, alright? I love you. I'll see you later, baby. Okay? Have a good night. See you later. Alright, so, they're still around, and I I do like them. I'm probably going to use them. The other reason why is that, yeah, I went to turn on the TV and saw that there was like a good 5-inch scratch right in the middle of it. Plus, there was like a spider web kind of break. Questions before I get to continue on. So finishing up with the Eldar real quick. They're still around, and I still want to finish them. I'm thinking I'm leaning back towards Iyanden. Hey, so I'm not done with yellow yet, and I like to beat a color to death before I move on from it. And I've still got a bunch of Eldar Wraithguard. So I think I'm going to do my army as Iyanden with a bunch of aspects. Like, you know, all the stuff for like the Fire Dragons and the Dire Avengers. So that's my plan with the Eldar. So they do still exist in there, and I'll get to them someday. As far as my next project, thinking ahead to October with the best painted GT I'm playing in, I'm playing Lamenters for sure. And so I need to kind of do Lamenters Phase 2. My next mission is going to be to try and make this army a little competitive, to actually maybe win a game. So I need to kind of paint new stuff. I need to flush out the list. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I love the Storm Raven. You know, I love all the models I have here, so I don't know really what I'm going to replace. I don't know. But I'm not happy with some of the paint jobs. I need to redo some of the Tactical Marines, and I need to finish up some of the guys. And I need to really kind of go over them and repaint a lot of spots on them. Because when I look close, there's a lot of spaces where they need love. And it won't hold up against a tournament full of the best painters. Centurions. Frankly, I don't like the models. Someone mentioned the Centurions. I did see that new thing that just came out. Some kind of knight. I don't even know what that thing is. Maybe somebody can explain what that knight is real quick in a nice summary on the chat. Honestly, I'd never even heard of those things before I saw an update online about them. So I don't know what that thing is, that new knight model. I saw some new codex for them. Ooh, Legion of the Damned. I just saw they put out a new Legion of the Damned codex, and I think I might have to do a Legion of the Damned army. I've always kind of liked those models. So, but the black, black just takes so long. What are Imperial Knights? Is that a new army? Someone explain. I missed something. I'm so out of touch with 40K. Someone explain what an Imperial Knight is. One-seater Titans, they're small Titans. So they're not an army. They're just a robot. They're a model with its own rules that they're adding. But I saw that they're putting out an Imperial Knights Codex, right? They're a new army as well. So are they coming out with new infantry units and stuff? People are giving me the lowdown on the Imperial Knights in the chat channel. So I can field them as 1 or 3 of the Knights as an allied army, or 3 or 6 of them as its own army. So it's a whole book just on those things? Somebody just put a link up. Just for people that are new to chat, the unwritten rule is that only Mist puts links up in chat. Otherwise, it just gets too distracting. You know, that's definitely a helpful link you just put up, but let's leave the links for Mist to put up. So yeah, I'll have to check out those. Maybe that Imperial Knight, a couple of those things with some Legion of the Damned. With the black, it's such a chore painting black well. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe. Oh, don't worry about it, man. It was a good link. and you don't know the rule. But I just have to mention that because at one point, some time ago, people were just throwing links all over the place. It was getting crazy. And plus I love Battle of Lost Souls. So maybe that Imperial Knight thing with some Legion of the Damned would be just awesome. Maybe can I play Legion of the Damned and Lamenters and Imperial Knights? I wonder. I'll have to see what happens. We'll see. So the good news is that I will be doing mostly a new army. I think I'm going to do a whole Lamenters Phase 2, and for that tournament in October. And usually I don't really kick it in gear on a new army until summertime. And we'll see what happens from there. I don't know. Maybe that's my plan, Legion of the Damned. So that marks roughly the halfway point of my show. And I kind of want to add more than just 40K. I know we had a pretty good discussion last year about Transformers and Robotech and stuff like that. And now what I want to share with you is this. In the future, I'm going to set up another kind of display area where I can talk about my 40K stuff and these things. I'm just checking up on the chat. So this is a Hasbro. No, this is a Hasbro. Is that Hasbro? Yeah, a Hasbro Masterpiece Transformer Acid Storm. And what I love about these Masterpiece Transformers, I wish I would love to try and transform him for you. But this is the most difficult transformer I've ever transformed. The model itself is massive. The Masterpiece Transformers are a larger scale than than the regular ones, but and they're super articulated. It's super difficult to transform. This thing, it took me forever, and but it's just beautiful. The articulation and the overall detail, all the fingers move, and it's really a fantastic model. I just kind of got back into Transformers just recently. Yeah, well, just a little background on Transformers in general. Basically, they start with a mold, and in this case, they use the F-16 jet. And in order to add more variety, all they did was kind of change the paint. So you had Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp, which were all essentially the same Transformer, just different colors. And that's all that's going on with here. Now they added even more jets to the mix, so we have Acid Storm. There's one called Sunstorm, who's yellow, and then there's the old guys, Skywarp and Thundercracker. So yeah, they're all the same, and they did the same thing with the Autobots too. They had Sideswipe and Red Alert, who were the same Lamborghini, and they had Prowl, Blue Streak, and another guy, Smokescreen, who were all the same car. So that's just standard Transformers. I think it's kind of cool. I like how I like the different personalities and weapons they got, and I don't really mind the same model per se. I do mind the cost because these Masterpiece Transformers are not cheap by any means. But it would just be cost prohibitive to create a whole new sculpt for every single model. So I wish I could take the time to transform this guy for you, but frankly, it just takes so long. I'll never get it done, and because he is so difficult to do. I mean, it's just you gotta pull and everything. Oh, look, it started. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see. So I haven't seen the trailer for the Transformers movie. I'll have to check that out. Oh, God. I'm trying. Okay, hold on. Let's see what I can do. I'm gonna try and transform this for you. Oh, wait. Oh, what do I do? Those go up. These kind of go out a bit. If I do this, I'm gonna be so proud of myself. Okay. The nose cone. The head barely fits through there. Oh, there you go, head. Look, I'm doing it. My big meat hands are blocking. Please don't break. Oh wait, that's not how it goes. That's the landing gear, that's gotta be down. Oh no. Problem. Don't know how to make that go. Oh, don't break. Please don't break. Acid storm. I'm like an idiot trying to do this. Okay, what I'm going to do is try and... these legs, try and secure the feet so they're not so annoying. I hope you guys are enjoying this because this is, I feel like an idiot trying to do this. I feel like such a moron. These are not 1980s Transformers, that's for sure. I'm so close. Okay, why is that not secured? Oh, okay, that works. Okay, so this will work. Aha! Yes, yes. Oh, I almost have it. Gonna close the hands. The thumb goes down. Hands. You guys seeing this? This is awesome. So close. Ta-da! Believe me, guys. I don't know. There's no pros at there's pros at this, but this is. I just got the guy, and they're making fun of me in chat. Because I should be a pro at doing this. They're saying this is not easy. How does that go? Okay, so these things. Oh, there's little missiles in there. I didn't even see the little missiles. Huh. How does that work? I think I'm stumped here, guys. I think I need to get the instructions, maybe. Wait a second. What happens here? I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm defeated. Guys, I think it's beaten me. I don't I don't think I can do it. Oh, God. No, I refuse to admit defeat. Oh no, it's falling apart. There's just parts everywhere. I hope that you guys are enjoying this because it's painful. I don't think I'll win any Oscars for YouTube on this with these things. Wait. Oh, I know. Okay, I think I have it. Okay, hold on. Stop. These gotta go up. Now I'm determined, guys. Yes, sir. Haha. You guys are gonna watch this on YouTube and be like, "What the hell, Jawa? What is your problem?" I can do this. Masterpiece Transformers, by the way, are not really meant to be transformed. They're meant to be displayed, and that's it. You put them on your shelf. Oh. I have to check chat in a bit. People are probably signing off because it's so boring. Watching a man struggle with the Transformer. Oh, don't break. Oh, you know what? You know what I did? Aha, yes. There it is. Keep going. You guys hear all the snaps and clicks? I'm getting there, folks. I've almost got it. I will defeat this Transformer. So close. Anyway, I think I'm throwing in the towel, guys. Yeah. I think I am defeated. He's not I gotta figure out how those arms fit in there. I almost got it though. You gotta give me some props. That was not easy. That doesn't go like that. This goes up here. Wait. Uh-huh. You're gonna hear a snap pretty soon. Now I'm focused. Oh, I'm so close, but yet so far. Alright, that's it. I quit. There he is. Masterpiece Transformers. Acid Storm. There he is. I have a headache from focusing on this, trying to get it done. Oh, what a mess. Anyway, so that's it for Acid Storm. Maybe next, I'll you know what I'll do? I'll practice before next show, and then I'll come back and I'll, because I gotta sign off. And I'll do it again on air for you next time, perfectly. Next week, I can talk about my newest Masterpiece Transformers. Next week I'll be talking about Soundwave. There's a fantastic Soundwave set. He comes with all of his... all the cassettes. So Soundwave and 5 cassettes. So I'll be busting him out next week. And I have Prowl on the way too. So those are next week. And as far as 40K for next week, I don't know. Maybe I'll try and get my hands on one of those Imperial Knights for next week. Or maybe I'll work on my my Wraith Guard for my Eldar army. Who knows? I'll have to think about that. So here he is. Masterpiece Transformer Acid Storm. So close, but yet so far. Alright guys, so that's it for my show tonight. Thanks for popping in. If I would have making sounds for like, God, that was like 18 minutes I tried to transform that thing. I'll do Soundwave's voice next time. So alright, that's it for the night. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Gotta sign off. Alright, thanks much. I'll see you soon.